South, it remains locked in place. It's bringing a lot of flash flooding to the Gulf Coast states, and we've got you covered here on Weather Underground. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bettis.
I'm Alex Wilson alongside our expert, Dr. Rick Knabb. Yeah, stormy afternoon for parts of the South.
Yeah, we did expect in this El Nino winter that the Gulf Coast states would be wet. And, we've been looking forward to doing some drought busting. But again, too much of a good thing means flooding. And we do have a low end but present severe risk.
A lot of places here across the South that, we've had this burden too many times,
right.
It feels like. Just our proximity to the Gulf of Mexico doesn't do us any favors.
No, and this time of year, that can bring moisture over Arctic air at the surface and give you an ice storm. And the following week, It's flooding because you just can't break this pattern now that we're in it.
Right. The ground is dry, but it's also still frozen, cold in some areas. And so it's not as absorbent as it would be, say, in the month of May or June. So you're going to have a lot more runoff. And unfortunately, we get some really heavy rain out there.
We do. Now, temperature's warm quite a bit.
Yeah.
There are a lot of places in the east where your thaw is now taking place, but it also means you might have some snow melt. You might have some really heavy rain. You've got exacerbating problems here from the Great Lakes and Northeast all the way to the Gulf Coast.
And every day that it rains in the same places, you get more vulnerable to flooding. So I think the severity of the flood risk in the South is going up by the hour.
Yeah, because you pointed out temperatures each day rising about 5 to 10 degrees. Yeah. So that warm up, it's happening, sweetheart. Yeah. Well, it was a wet ride this morning across the
38 right now, though. Warmer days ahead. We've got temperatures in the 30s. Chilly rain for Chicago, for Detroit. Columbus, Louisville, though. Those are some signs of what's to come. There you've got low to mid 50s, right?
And now we've got a stormier pattern setting in. So more rain, more snow to parts of the west. A lot of rain, though. We've got a warmer system as these multiple systems move onshore, ushering in that Pacific moisture. We stay unsettled, especially in the Pacific Northwest, but even as far south as sections of northern and central California. So as that moisture steers towards the west coast through Sunday, we'll be looking at totals as high as 3 to 5, even 5+ inches of rain. The northwestern part of the state of Washington, I think you're going to be the number one spot, but plenty of 3 to 5 inch totals for the yellow. And that would include northern California coastal areas, southwest Oregon, and then really central Oregon all the way up through western Washington. Snowfall to come. Really got to get into the high elevations to see any significant snow, so the Cascades, but a lot of the interior west looking at those 1 to 3, 3 to 5 inch totals. Right now, we continue to see the rain showers that have worked east from the San Francisco area. You're going to see another wave for the end of the week, so you're not done. I think you get a little bit of a break right now through tomorrow, but look as the next wave offers up more wet weather Friday afternoon, working into the San Francisco area by the evening, Mike.
Alex, thanks for that.
And right now, the city of New Orleans, they're on alert for severe storms and at least some gusty showers and thunderstorms. Threats for severe weather, though, include damaging winds and tornadoes. We look at your forecast for the New Orleans metro area, and we've got more opportunities ahead. So today, the thunderstorms, tomorrow, the thunderstorms. We'll keep showers and thunderstorms around Friday, even into Saturday. I think Sunday's our next shot at a dry day, at least a totally dry day. There will be dry periods, but partly cloudy skies for the end of your weekend with temps around 57 degrees. But the South has been soggy. We've been tracking the rain showers through the week. We'll continue to track the rain showers moving forward. So let's show you what happens on Friday. Another storm system comes in. This upper level disturbance gets steered off towards the east. So this is helping to provide the lift, right? We've got the moisture courtesy of the Gulf of Mexico. That's been no problem. And as that low pressure develops, that's going to bring in that southerly flow out of the Gulf. So again, ushering in more moisture. That's going to allow for thunderstorm chances to rise into our Saturday. Here's Saturday's severe risk. This does include the Atlanta metro area, eastern half of the Birmingham metro, down towards Montgomery and Auburn and Dothan, even Evergreen, Alabama. So that far south central part of the state, you guys could also see some strong to severe storms. European model updating, but we've got some opportunities for heavy rain across the south. Here's the GFS, and again, painting some of the higher totals into the mountains of northeast Georgia, upstate South Carolina, western North Carolina. So once you get a little bit of elevation, I think that's where we see some of the 3 to 5, 2 to 3 inch totals. But a lot of the south looking at up to an inch. With that said, you get a heavy thunderstorm rolling through or a few rounds of rain, and you can get a quick, inch in a short period of time. So that's why we, of course, are watching for that flood threat. When we look at the Friday, Saturday opportunities for rain, you can see the waves of rain will be out there. So there are dry times, but Dr. Knabb, all in all, it's more soggy and stormy than not.
Yeah, and relative to the Northeast.